Hello, my name is Dominic, and today I'll be taking you through a voyage into outer space. Well, at least as far as I can, playing FTL. FTL is also known as Faster Than Light. It's a brilliant game in which you pilot a spaceship, unsurprisingly, through space. It's essentially a dungeon crawling RPG in space. But instead of dungeons, you have sectors, and within each sector you have beacons. And, in the best tradition of dungeon crawlers, there is permadeath. If you die, you are dead. So, let's take a look, shall we? This here is the Kestrel, as you can see, and it's crewed by a human crew. As you can see, with some quite amusing names. As you can see, it has a fighting system, door system, CCTV systems, medibay, oxygen generation, shields, engines, missiles, etc. And, of course, has the weapons you'd expect a spaceship to have. What each bar represents is the amount of power assigned to each system, by the way. But you'll see more about that in a minute. Let's look at this ship here, the Kestrel. It's a ship that's unlocked when you first play the game. It's a ship you start with. It's the sort of default character, if you will. You can rename it as you can as you can rename the crew, which could be quite fun stuff. Let's have a look at another ship I've unlocked, shall we? This ship I unlocked for reaching the 5th dungeon, or, if you will, sector. If you look at this ship, you'll see that the engines are less powerful. The engines are equally powerful. The shields are equally powerful. Oxygen, medical bay, piloting system, cameras, doors are all equally powerful. But the weapon systems are more powerful. And, in contrast to Kestrel, it has a drone control unit. Not the sort of drone you sort of fly around with Xbox controllers. Oh no. These drones can be quite useful. These drones, they can either be combat, in which case they'll fly around any ships that are fighting you, shooting at them, pew, 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 pew. Or they can repair your own ship by likewise circling around you, repairing you when you need it. Either way, they can be quite useful. Another thing you might notice about the ship is its incredibly different shape. This is because it's an alien spacecraft. If you look at the crew, there's only one human crew member. Stephen Ekman, human, with no special skills because, well, he's a human, and in the game's view, that makes him unremarkable and common. I'm not sure how to feel about that, really. The other crew members, with surprisingly human names, I have to say, are NG. NG, in the game, are a sort of alien/mechanical race, which are incredibly good at repairing damaged systems and stuff. But they're not very good at fighting if you're boarded by pirates or anything. That's humans are sort of mediocre at everything, really. There are some races which are unlocked later, which back to the Kestrel again, which have much better ways of fighting. The Mantis, for example. Right, today I think I'll take this NG ship for a ride. Let's see, shall we? I'm not entirely sure I like how you spelled Matthew. So, let's rename him, as we can rename all our crew if we so wish. Nice stuff. So, what should we call this ship? Taurus. Sounds a bit too Greek mythological stuff for me. So let's, well, having said that, I'm going to rename it the Argo. We can be Odysseus, voyaging through space with, well, non-human heroes, so that doesn't really work, does it? Let's start on normal difficulty, so we may die fairly quickly, but let's have a go, shall we? Let's go. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. good advice there. These pesky rebels who are chasing us gradually catch up with you as you go through each dungeon. So if you're too slow, not only will you bump into all the creeps in the dungeon, but you'll have the nasty old rebels who are a hell of a pain in the backside on your tail as well. And if they catch you up, it can be very hairy indeed. Right. To get a boost to each system, or to perform certain actions, for example, whilst Nathan here piloting, we can't move to the next beacon inside, i.e. progress through the dungeon. You can get a boost to each system by moving a crew member if you want to. So I'm going to send Matthew here for the weapons array. Not Matthew, sorry. Ekman. Now I'm going to send Matthew, got his name right this time, to the shields. Good stuff. That should give us a slight buff in combat, which should be worth it really. Depending on who exactly we're fighting really. So, hopefully no one too bad, eh? Anyway. Right. Well, the Argo looks nicely set up. Let's start our voyage in space. Distress signal. Of course, us ancient Greek heroes have to be, have to work for the good of man, you know. Well, Hercules would probably disagree, but let's have a look, shall we? You arrive to find a ship floating among some debris. Hello, our impulse drives are short and we can't jump. Could you give us some fuel? Oh, we might as well, we've got plenty. Fuel, incidentally, is indicated up there. And each time you move to another beacon or another sector, it uses one fuel. So it's pretty important stuff. But I think I'll be nice to them. There you go. Thank the gods, we can finally get out of here. We're jumping straight home to take this extra. So take this extra weapon. We won't need it. Hopefully. Oh good, they've given us the Burst Laser Mark II. That's not as good a weapon as the Ion Mark II, which we already have. But we can always sell it and use it to buy more fuel. Cool stuff. Let's continue our journey again. Ooh. This beacon has been placed too close to a supergiant Class M star. The ship will gradually overheat until you get out of here. Or die. A pirate, apparently oblivious to the danger of the sun, moves in to engage. Right. Our first bit of combat. And that's a fairly threatening looking ship. But let's get ready to rumble and see what we can do. Right, let's charge our weapons. Charged, and let's whack them in the weapons array. Ooh, our shields took that down for us. Nice stuff. I'm going to put that on auto fire, so quickly, and the cockpit is on fire because we're so fair. Stuff. Incidentally, the ship, these systems here, can be damaged by enemy fire or other events, and they can also be repaired by crew. But yes, I think we should accept that offer. We're getting knocked up pretty badly here by the system. But yeah, we can yeah, what you see, we can repair damaged systems ourselves, but damage to the hull, we have to go to the shop to repair. So, we don't want to get too damaged before we find somewhere to repair, or too damaged at all really. Now, there's fire there. I could either send Nathan or someone else to put that fire out, but there's not much easier way. Simply flush the oxygen out. Bob is... oh no, not that way. And Bob is your uncle, and the fire will be put out by lack of oxygen. Hello, my name is Dominic, and today I'll be taking you for a voyage into outer space. Well, at least as far as I can, playing FTL. FTL is a also known as Faster Than Light, is a brilliant game in which you pilot a spaceship, unsurprisingly, through space. It's essentially a dungeon crawling RPG in space, but instead of dungeons, you have sectors, and within each sector you have beacons. And, in the best tradition of dungeon crawlers, there is permadeath. If you die, you are dead. So, let's take a look, shall we? This here is the Kestrel, as you can see, and it's crewed by a human crew. As you can see, with some quite amusing names. Now, as you can see, it has a pharmacy system, door system, CCTV system, medibay, oxygen generation, shields, engines, missiles, etc. And, of course, has the weapons you'd expect a spaceship to have. What each bar represents is the amount of power assigned to each system, by the way. But you'll see more about that in a minute. Let's look at this ship here, the Kestrel. It's a ship that's unlocked when you first play the game. It's a ship you start with. It's the sort of default character, if you will. You can rename it, as you can rename the crew, which could be quite fun stuff. Let's have a look at another ship I've unlocked, shall we? This ship I unlocked for reaching the 5th dungeon, or, if you will, sector. If you look at this ship, you'll see that the but since there's solar flare in them, I think we should get out of here pretty quickly. Your cockpit lights up with warning signals. You are being targeted by a nearby ship. The distress calls are lured to attract unwitting ships into weapons range. Prepare to fight. Good stuff. We're still on fire, and yet we're having to fight someone else. Good stuff. Right, let's whack their weapons out. That's the most pressing concern. They've taken down our drones, which isn't good. I will show you the drones as soon as I can. Let's get that drone system back in. They haven't actually taken any hull damage yet, which is good. Hull damage isn't that expensive to repair, but it can be a real problem. We're still trying to take out their weapons and failing miserably. It's a stalemate at the moment, but once... we've got the drones online now. Nice stuff. I'll send him back to the shields. Oh, hello. Weapons down. Let's turn on the drone. As you can see, our drone is now flying around the enemy ship, and hopefully we'll blast them to high heaven. Cool stuff. Online, the engine is online. The weapons are still online. This is looking pretty bad though. Good, the weapons are online. Blast, the drones are online. Good, drones. Could be going better. We've reactivated our anti-ship drone, which they very nastily took down, but we are getting whacked pretty badly. I better get someone to a pilot's room, and hopefully we'll be able to skedaddle. We're taking them down though. I think if we go now, yeah, that's good. Please don't kill us, we'll give you everything we have. Okay, alright then. In case you're wondering what this scrap is, it can be used on the ship menu to buy upgrades for the ship. Not that we can actually afford any upgrades worth having. Each upgrade requires one extra bit of juice from the reactor in your power. And to have that, you need to upgrade the reactor as well. So, we can't really afford to do anything. with our 24 scrap. Before we go anywhere, we need to get a couple of systems back online. We're pretty badly knocked up, but not as badly as they are. As you can see, we took out their piloting, shields, and weapon systems. Cool stuff. Right. All good. We're all ready to rock. Right, let's view. Oh yeah, I turned off the engines. I turned off the engines so we could power our anti-ship drones. So we don't quite have enough power to run them without turning something off. And we don't normally need engines during fight. Let's see what's here, shall we? Scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages you. Stay out of this, or you'll be next. Concentrate fire on. What should we do? Attack the pirate or ignore them? Well, hell, it's probably suicide, but let's attack them. You asked for it. They pull away from the planets and move into engage. Right. Let's get the shell on the road. Let's not turn the engines off this time, because we could need to make a quick escape. Right. Let's get all our weapons going and whack them about. I think we need to concentrate fire on their shields. They've temporarily disabled our shields, which is a bit. But we've whacked out their shields, which is nice. Ah. Hull damage critical. Cool stuff. Right, we are going to need to find a shop to repair pretty quickly. Alright, we give up. We're terrible at this pirating thing anyway. We might as well get out of the way. We don't want them. Oh, they've taken down our oxygen generation unit. Right, we should get back online pretty quickly. Anti-ship drone is making mincemeat, which is good. We just need to wait a bit longer, and they. Oh, hello! They've whacked out our sensors. You know, I should have accepted their offer after. Probably shouldn't. Oh, hello, and cool stuff. You pick through the remains and contact the settlement. Missiles 1, drone parts 1, scrap 16. And the settlement's given us 2 fuel, 1 missile and 10 scrap. Nice. But we can't actually use... Oh, let's get him after. We can't actually use missiles. We can't actually use missiles because we don't have a missile system. But we can sell them, which is nice. There's fire in the engine room, as you can see from there, even though we can't actually see what the sensors are all knocked out. So we might as well starve that of oxygen. Good grief. Right. With any luck, we might be able to survive long enough to get to that shop. Though, might is very much the operative word. And I forgot I turned off the medibay. Right, let's heal our crew. You can go and repair the engines. The engines are knocked out, so we can't do anything anyway. Right, 100% health, 100% health. Right, you go. No, actually. The NG person would be better because... Oh, the door's open. That would be better because they have an engineering buff. Nice stuff. Right, the engine's back online. They can go there. Well, we're almost ready to rock and roll again. Well, I think we've been rocked pretty hard. Let's see, shall we? Let's see what we can do. Right, you stay there. No? There you go. There, give him some words to do now. Right. There's normally a shop somewhere towards the edge of the sector. So we can repair hull damage there if we get there. As you can see though, the rebels are catching up pretty damn quick, which is never good. Ah, this is safe. A pirate ship was lying in wait inside this asteroid field. It immediately moves in to attack. Right. We're fighting back. Just as sort of friendly message here. I'm not entirely sure we're going to live through this, but let's see what best we can do this. Right, engines off. Yeah, it's about the only thing we can do. Drones on. Let's whack them about a bit. Good stuff. We go down. Even if we do a hell of a lot of damage, because we're so damaged already. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But I had no option, as you can see. I think. Oh, let's just. I think my mistake was trying to continue to attack that pirate ship. I really should be careful. Right, that's them gone. It looks like we're in luck, folks. I think we might be able to limp to the next sector as soon as I turn this in. Not to the next sector, but to the shop. Come on, charge your drive, charge. Oh, asteroid just walloping us there. Good stuff. Oh, and more asteroids. We can't actually go anywhere until we powered up our engine with the FTL drive. Oh, right, let's get there. Head out. Good stuff. Nothing here whatsoever. Ah, a store. That's what we need. Let's see, shall we? Well, I'm not sure if I feel right buying from now. Crippled by a band of pirates. Need the money to get home. I don't know that. Oh well. Right, what should we do? There are all sorts of upgrades we can buy. All sorts of stuff like that. Or, I think more pressingly, we could fix the hull. So let's do that, shall we? There you go, and we have a nice full hull again. So, although it's permadeath, they're not incredibly strict, which is always nice. Let's see. We don't really need a burst laser, obviously, so we haven't really got juice to power it. So, boom, let's sell it to them, shall we? Let's see. We don't buy any missiles, but can we sell them any? No. That's a pity. But hey ho. Now we're fully repaired, let's head towards the exit. Nice stuff. You see a small station fitted with hundreds of repair drones. You receive an automated message. We don't know who you are and we don't care, but this is the right place for some ship repair. This is incredible. All that money I just spent. Actually, that's a worse deal than the deal I got anyway, so let's ignore them. That's quite a good poem. We don't. You are, we don't care, but this is the right place for some ship repair. It's brilliant. Huh. Ooh, good. Not. Oh yeah, we're in a nebula now. Like that asteroid field we were in earlier, there are certain natural hazards to being in nebulas. But unlike the asteroid field, which is getting hit by asteroids every bloody second, in a nebula, it's the fact your sensors can't see it. But now, as you can see, we've got so much scrap, we can probably afford some upgrades. So, let's buy some more power bars. Just testing, but I think... No. If we buy some more power bars as well... No. There we go. We can now afford to power our weapon systems and our anti-ship systems and our sensors at once. Nice stuff, without turning anything off. Right, let's go to the next sector. Good stuff. Right, should we go into a hostile sector or a civilian sector? We can go civilian, hostile, nebula, hostile, or civilian, hostile, no. Civilian, hostile, civilian, hostile. I think I'll go to the Zoltan sector. You arrive in Zoltan space. From what you have heard, they have anticipated the coming war and made preparations to hold their borders. That's good, that should slow down the rebels, which is always nice. Right, let's get going, shall we? You You'd cycle through the wideband comm channels as soon as you arrive. Nothing but static. Oh well. Can't be helped. I mean, getting a bit ahead of myself there. But, hello? Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel ship waiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for you. Right. Let's whack her with our fully repaired hull. It's on. Get on. Oh, what's going on here? Something's hitting the engines. Oh, they've boarded. They've sent humans aboard our ship. Right, let's close the oxygen out of them. How? We've been boarded. It's not nice. Not nice at all. And it looks like we are dying. Not good stuff. Not good stuff. How are we going to get... Look, they're trying to escape, leaving behind their boarding pass. Amusing as that would be, we don't want boarding passes, do we? I think we've starved from the oxygen long. We don't have any fires on the ship, which is something I suppose, but they have taken out our door system. Damn it, and they have escaped. That is not good, folks. That whole fight was for nothing. And there was I thinking I could have a nice long game before I died for once, but apparently not. Oh, his health is going down because there's not enough oxygen in there, hasn't been hit by the slightly reddish fumes. Right, he's alright. I think we've got rid of the boarding party. I think we sucked them into outer space where they exploded horribly, which is always nice. But it's a shame they've whacked out every bloody system we have, practically. But, there you go, can't be helped. This game is brilliant, and it's got a lot of replayability value. Replayability value? It's got a lot of replayability value, if you like this sort of thing. Because all the sectors and beacons are procedurally generated, so you could play this game 200 times in a row, something I will never do, likely, and never see the same sector twice, which is pretty nice, really. I mean, I was going to say it's got more replayability than some shooters, but it all depends on the sort of thing you like, really. Right, let's continue to limp on our voyage. The Argo took a fair bit of damage though, and we are getting a bit low on fuel now, but hey-ho. Ooh, rebel automated scout, fun stuff. Right, weapons on, let's get ready to whack them. At least we have our sensors this time, which is nice. Oh yeah, I should remember to fire avoidance occasionally, shouldn't I? Especially since it takes place in sort of semi-real time. Well, they've whacked out our oxygen, so let's fix that quickly. Send useful weapons, nice stuff, and hopefully we will die after they do a long time after. Let's see. If only we could use these missiles. If we had a missile launching system, we could make mincemeat of them. Well, saying that, it hasn't stood me incredibly good in the past, but as soon as we have the scrap, I think that's something we should think about doing. Ooh, damaged our weapons, nice stuff. But we still have the anti-ship gun. That's why it's always good to have weapons as well as your weapons. If one gets taken out, oh nice. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Nice. What can we buy? Yeah, let's buy something that you can see inside the enemy ship. Sounds good. Right, we need a pilot. Right, and we still need some weapons, I think, so let's get ready and off we trot. Let's not go straight to the exit, because if we do that, well, we won't see as much of the game as we could. You don't have the time to hail the Zoltan ship that was waiting at this beacon before it jumps away. They are a careful race. That sounds a bit interesting. But let's continue towards the exit and the next sector. Alright, this seems alright. Huh. I have had similar offers to this in the past, folks, and they turned out to be a trick, because they're being held hostage by pirates. So it's quite interesting, really, that it actually was a legitimate offer this time. Right, let's go. We are getting a bit low on fuel, so if we see a shop... Oh, hello. Slavers. Well, I don't have to ignore him because we're in no real position to take him down. I'm going to see if I can find a shop and see if we can buy some more fuel. Because up the run... Oh, and we... Oh, dear me. And they have boarded us. Stuff. Right, let's flood. Let's starve them of oxygen in there. And let's regroup. We'll send him... Where can I send him? I'll send him to the engine room so we can jump out of the engine. But we... Oh, they're already... How are there so many of them? Let's starve them of oxygen. They're making short work of our doors. Right, help them. How can they destroy our doors so easily? Folks, I will show you, but I can't, because we're in danger. But there is an upgrade you can provide which buys better doors. I don't think we need it quite yet. And we are dead almost. Well, we're not dead, but the crew is, and that's just as bad. But yeah, they've taken out our engine. Have they not taken out our engine? We could have jumped out of here, albeit they'd have been on board, so it would be much problem. I think we're going down. Yep, we are most definitely going down. And then, oh, hello. Right, let's just suck them out of here. Okay, no, they've taken down our door system. There's nothing we can do. The ship is on fire, boarded by hostile aliens. The shields, the engines, the weapons, the medibay, the cameras, the drones, and the oxygen are all down. And I think the Argo will be lost forever. But I think if we have one enduring legacy, it's the fact that several alien races have been stupid enough to try and board our ship and then try and destroy it. The first couple of times unsuccessfully, but in this case they're going to blow up their own people. And if that isn't ironic, I don't know what is. But judging by the amounts of warnings we have flashing everywhere, the amount of hull we've got left, I think we'll last about 5 seconds after I unpress pause. 1, 2, there you go. Nice stuff. We are dead, folks. One last explosion marks your fate as your ship is torn apart. Well, that's the end of the Argo, folks, and that's the end of our voyage. But in the future, we may be back to once again go where no ancient Greek heroes have gone before.